create it, but it does really irk me, and it is one of those things that really deeply bothers me. And it's so, I mean, how many times a day do you hear from someone, I sh I shouldn't be doing this, or I shouldn't say that, or I should have done this, or I should have done that. And you're right, it's not helpful when you're coming from a place of being shamed. I mean, that certainly is not a good motivator. Shame, it's not a good motivator. It's not going to help someone make better financial decisions. So there's that. The shoulds, especially without knowing your situation, are just problematic and counterproductive.
Well, and do you get this? Sometimes I feel like I need to duck when I walk into a room and people know I'm a financial planner, because I always tell clients when I start to work with them, because I work in a small town, as I know you do kind of too, a small city. You don't need to cross the street and hide from me if you've got a bunch of shopping bags when we're walking down the street across from each other. Like, there's no judgment there, and there are so many assumptions about the way that good advice is delivered, but it certainly does not start with shoulds or should
Yes.
nots.
Very, very good call out. Should not start with shoulds. The other thing is, one of my top beefs is that, so much financial literacy, rightfully so, speaks to, eliminating debt, building emergency savings, all these foundational things, which is
Mm-hmm.
great when you're starting out and building. But for folks who've reached a certain level of success, they're no longer in that survival mode or emerging from survival mode. They've far surpassed that. So much of that basic information no longer applies to them.
It's so true. And I know hopefully you're leaving me an opening to talk about the messy, muddy middle, because that's where I feel so passionate. I'm sitting in it today. I just turned 50. I've got, tweens and teens. Everything's expensive. We're successful, but also things are not simple. And I hear this from my clients every day when they come to me and they're like, it should be easier than this. I thought we'd have it all figured out by now. But the conventional advice that you see, if you pick up a how to book about personal finance, if you are watching, a personal finance show on YouTube or something like that, is so binary and so like basic and beginner that feel like we've missed out on how to give good money advice for that messy money middle for successful people who do have choices, but it's just not that easy.